Hi, my name is Mohammad Saqib and I am semi-professional photographer and I welcome you to in my second video, and it's about how to take clear and bright photos in daylight condition. And today I am using my Canon 60D with 75 to 300 lens. So let's get started. So first of all, remove the cap from the lens and check your lens is clean or not, and then turn on camera. My object is a bottle, drink, soft drinks bottle, and first of all we see the setting in daylight condition. ISO you keep between 100 to 200 in daylight condition. ISO means brightness or darkness in a picture. If you increase ISO, so your picture will be bright, and if you decrease ISO, then your picture will be dull or dark. So in daylight condition we have too much light, so we uh, decrease ISO to 160, and our shutter speed is about 100, and then we check here. Now after turning on the camera and set the setting of daylight, you put your lens on manual focus. There are two focus in a lens or any camera: autofocus and manual focus. You put your camera on manual focus, and then you set focus manually by these two rings on every lens. Every lens having these two ring. This is the focus ring and this is focal length ring. How much focal length you want to keep. So turning on the camera, my object is bottle of gin. Now now you can see focus ring here. We twist slightly focus ring and my bottle is focused slowly. And then next step is how much blur you want in your picture. So you simply zoom your picture and you will see background will blur and our object is also blur. So you twist focus ring and our object is clear and background is blur, and here this button we press and picture, here is our final picture. If you want more blur, you do more zoom and then focus and click. You can see picture is very clear and sharp, and our background is very blur. You can see the sharpness of our picture and blur of background. You can also click a picture, and other one example we click a photo of this block. You can see background is not too much blur and we can't see our object is clear or not, so we zoom it and our background you will see blur slightly, and then we clear our object by twisting the focus ring. We twist the focus ring and it will clear, and then we click picture. You can see our picture is very clear and background is blur. Two setting must in daylight condition, which is ISO and shutter speed. ISO you keep between 100 to 200 according to your day condition. If you have too much light, so you kept your ISO between 100 to 200, and if you shoot in dull condition, it means night condition, so you increase your ISO above 200. So we take picture of another object, uh, pipe, this pipe. We can't see clearly our object is clear or not, so we simply zoom it and we see it. Pipe is very blur, we do it focus ring and our pipe is clear and background is blur. If you want more blur, you more zoom it. If you want little blur, so you zoom out it. Simple. How much far is your object? Simply zoom your pipe, focus it by twisting focus ring and take picture. You can see our pipe is very clear and background is blurred. Very sharp image of our pipe. In this setting you get very sharp and bright picture. Hold your camera very tightly and your ISO between 100 to 200 and shutter speed is about, my shutter speed is about 40. Let's another take, yes, cap of our bottle. We simply zoom towards bottle cap and here is cap of bottle. You can see our object is very blur. We simply twist focus ring and it will clear. Yes, it is clear. Slightly twist focus ring and take picture. Now you can see sharpness of the cap of bottle and background is blurred completely. By these settings you will get very sharp and clear photos of any object. For blurring the background you have to full zoom your lens. And simple twist the focus ring and you will get clear and sharp photo. And if you want to shoot on autofocus mode, you don't want to go with manual focus, you simply twist your lens on autofocus mode and select focus point. This small point is our focus point. You have to twist. You nothing rotate your focus ring or any other thing, you just set your focal length and it will focus automatically. Here you can see our object is very blur. Now this small point is our focus point. We keep it on bottle and half press power button. You can see it is clear and take it picture. Yeah. You can see the picture. Picture is very clear, bright and very sharp. In this way but I prefer to use manual focus and I also use manual focus when I go to shoot of any event or couple shoot or outdoor shoot. We use manual focus and I also prefer you to use your DSLR camera at manual focus mode. See, picture is very clear and very bright, sharp. Object is blur. Now I can see you are different between full focus and Now my focal length is 75 millimeter. My lens is 75 to 300 mm. I shoot on 75 mm, so I can see you a sample of pictures at 75 or 300 mm. Now I am shoot at 75 mm. My focal length is 75 mm, and I take a picture. You can see my object is clear, but background is not very blur. So with I increase focal length to 300 mm because my lens is 75 to 300. Now my focus is bottle, and I take a picture. Here you can see object is clear, bright, and background is blur. And in other way, at 75 mm, object is not too much clear and background is not too much blur. But in other way, at 300 mm, object is very clear and background is blur. In this way, you can take a clear, sharp photo. If you don't have 75 mm to 300 mm lens, you have 50 mm lens, so don't be worry. If you don't want to increase your focal length, so you have to go near to your object. In this way your object is very clear and background very blur. For I am showing you an example. We go to near our object, and now you can see I am not increasing my focal length. I just focus our bottle and take a picture. You can see without increasing our focal length we get clear, bright, and sharp photo of our bottle, and our background is blur. We shoot another angle. You can see my focal length is at 75 mm. I am not increasing my focal length. I just twist our focus ring and take a picture. Now you can see our object is very clear, bright, and sharp, and background is blur. In this way you can get very bright, clear, and sharp photos. Go near to the object as much as you go. Now we take another photo. My focal length at 75 mm. I am never increasing my focal length. I just twist focus ring. Here I am twisting my focus ring, and you can see picture very clear, bright, and sharp, and background is blur. I am showing you another example. We take a picture of this block. You can see how much clear, too much clear, and background is blur, and our object is very clear. As close to your object as possible. Now we go to another sample of our picture. We focus this tomato. I am little increase my focal length and twisting my focus ring. Now you can see picture is very dark, so what we have to do is simply increase our ISO. Now we can see, yes, our picture is very bright. Now we take picture of this leaf. Now you can see leaf is very clear, bright, and other leaf blur. This is our focus leaf. Another, you can focus this wire also. uh, I am twisting just my focus ring, not focal length. You can see wire is very clear and our background is blur. In this way you can take sharp, bright and clear photo. ISO between 100 to 200 and your shutter speed is about 80 to 100, between 80 to 100. So you can get very clear, bright and sharp photo. Now I will see you another example of this pipe. I am just twisting my focus ring and it is clear. I am little bit increasing my focal length and clear my object. Take photo. Now you see my object is very clear and background is blur. I will show you another example. You can see this pipe, we simply focus. Now you can see our pipe is clear and our background blocks is blur. In this way you can take sharp, bright and clear photo. In daylight condition your ISO between 100 to 200 according to your condition and shutter speed is about 80 to 100. I hope you like our second video and stay tuned with us. Thank you very much.